Sorry, I'm just readjusting something on my computer screen right here. Happy Thursday. Today is the 17th of June, my birthday month, and the 17th day of the movement, Sekou's birthday hero challenge. Let's just keep adding words, make it longer and longer. I'll talk about that more in a minute. But yeah, so today's the 17th day of June, and I've got more to say about the Smoothie King story. I got more to say about it, but Reverend Mel got me hyped yesterday talking about age. And she did it on purpose. I found out later when we were in the green room, she did it on purpose. So I want to talk about age a little bit. And it's appropriate given that this is my birthday month and I'm doing this birthday challenge the whole month of June. So I've been trying to decide which story I'm going to tell because I've got some of my own stories and I think I'll tell those later. Let me tell you this story that I became aware of earlier this year. It's a really fascinating story. So I'm going to take a look at my notes. I want to get the name right. So there's this woman named Olga Kotelko. She's Canadian. Now, let me tell you about Olga. Olga started, emphasizing the word started, competing in track and field at the age of 77. Started. No, she did not do track and field before. She started a new venture, a new activity at 77, track and field. After that, she went on to win 30 world records and 750 gold medals. 750 gold medals. It's incredible, right? So as you can imagine, there were many, many studies conducted on Olga. So they had her submit to all kinds of different tests. And yeah, they ran the basic stuff like, do you eat right? Do you eat less? Do you sleep more? And she checked all those boxes, but it didn't explain it. And so ultimately, eventually, they started asking her questions about the way she thinks. And that's where they found the difference. So basically, every time they would try to explain to Olga that she couldn't do these things that she was doing, she'd start off with, why not? And then she would transition to limits are illusions. Limits are illusions. That's the way she saw the world. And one of the doctors who studied Olga started traveling with Olga and discovered this whole group of people that were very much like Olga. He called it being stuck in Cocoon. If you guys saw the movie Cocoon, there's this movie where these aliens come down and they put the alien pods in the swimming pool. And so older people get in the swimming pool and they get re-energized and reinvigorated. This doctor described it like that. He would go to these track meets and all the people there were like Olga's. They were older, but they didn't seem older. And all of it boiled down to mindset. Mindset. All of them had the idea that limits are illusions. So in studying Olga, this particular doctor went on to discover this Harvard professor, and I want to emphasize the word Harvard because what I'm about to say is going to sound crazy, but there's this Harvard professor named Ellen Langer who coined the phrase youth prime. Youth prime. So a youth prime is just anything that makes you feel younger. It's anything that makes you feel younger. So Dr. Langer conducted this study that is now called the counterclockwise study, right? And the counterclockwise study originally was her bringing a group of elderly senior citizens to this one house where she eliminated anything that could indicate their age. So she took out all the mirrors, all the reflective surfaces, and then she put in things that were emblematic of their glory days, like paraphernalia from high school, radio shows that would loop at the time when it was the Super Bowl, when it was the height of their life, right? All these kind of retro elements were packed into this house. Now that's all there was to it. There was no other special diet, exercise, none of that. It was just a house full of what she calls youth primes. And amazing things happened. Amazing things. I mean, all the variables, improved eyesight, improved grip strength. One resident arrived in a wheelchair, left using a cane. And most telling of all, there was a touch football game, a spontaneous touch football game that the residents engaged in. All just based on the fact that they couldn't see what their age was. And they were surrounded by these things that reminded them of their youth. It was just like Cocoon, like the real life Cocoon. And this Harvard educator has gone on to do more and more of these counterclockwise experiments. And I invite you to look it up, just Google counterclockwise experiment, Dr. Langer, or Harvard, if you can't remember her name. And you'll find all these different experiments that she's done since then. And it's really fascinating stuff. So all of that speaks to the idea that age has much more to do with how we think of ourselves than chronological age. Because we know the biology, right? We all took biology in high school. We know that the cells reproduce themselves. And so there's no part of the body that's older than 10 years old at any given moment. You know, your nails keep growing, and inside the body, the same thing is happening. Everything is being replaced gradually over time. So it's not about age in terms of physicality. It's really about age in terms of mentality. Oh, I like that. I'm going to have to write that down. Not about age in terms of physicality. It's about age in terms of mentality. So I've been really fascinated with this Olga Kotelko story. She actually passed away recently. She was on track to become the most decorated masters, and masters means age range of 90 to 95 in history. But she did a lot of amazing things. Please check her out. And also check out that study, the counterclockwise study by Dr. Langer. So that's a little bit about age. I'm going to have more to say about that. I might even make it a whole age series for the rest of the month, since this is my birthday month, because I got a lot to say about that. And I've got some personal stories. So anyway, I am going to take a quick break and do the hero news. So I'll see you in like 10 seconds. Okay, so you might have noticed that this is a different hero t-shirt. This is today's hero t-shirt, not to be confused with yesterday's hero t-shirt. This is the classic, the one I was wearing yesterday, and this is the blue and white. So I created this one in support of the ladies of Zeta Phi Beta sorority in Louisville, the Louisville chapter of Zeta Phi Beta. They were kind enough to arrange a hero hoodie drop in Louisville, Kentucky. I drove from Nashville to Louisville to do a hero hoodie drop there. And so I created these shirts for them to wear on the day of. Oh, I should post some of those stories. Well, you can see them in the trailer when I do the outro. But I'm very excited about that. So their colors are blue and white, and so this is in support of them. This shirt is available in the store, and the store is giveherohoodies.com. I'm going to throw that up, giveherohoodies.com. So I'm still doing the t-shirt drive. It's hot, it's summer. We are doing go-go t-shirts, which means you buy one for yourself, and then I gift one to the unhoused. And also, in addition to that, I'm also donating 50% of the proceeds to the different nonprofits that I've gotten involved with, including Zeta Phi Beta, which is a nonprofit. So I'm really excited about doing that work in two ways, in terms of giving something brand new to the unhoused and also giving monies to the organizations that do the work. All right, so check out the website and oh, sorry about that. My phone is still connected to the computer. So it's still doing that, and we're still doing the sock drive. Here are the hero socks. Yeah, hero socks. These are also available on the website, giveherohoodies.com. And again, there's a nonprofit that I'm donating money to. It's called Unhoused St. Louis. They do the work of working with the unhoused in St. Louis, Missouri. And I'm really excited about the fact that they have an ongoing sock drive. I'm happy to be contributing to their sock drive and also contributing money. So check out the hero socks on the website, giveherohoodies.com. And the movement of movement. So the movement of movement, if you missed the memo, I've been doing a movement of movement for the month of my birthday. My goal for myself was to jog every day of the month, at least 1 mile. So I've been doing that. And other people have gotten involved, and I've got people walking, jogging, yogaing, all kinds of things. So really excited about the fact that there's 36 people now who have joined that movement and committed to themselves through me. So happy to be doing that work. Okay, did I get everything? I got the socks, got the shirt. Movement to movement, yeah, I think we're good. So please check out the site, giveherohoodies.com, and please support. And also tune back in at 9:30 my time, 10:30 Eastern for Rev Melissa. Sit with Rev Melissa, where I'll be producing the show and probably popping in to say a few words, probably about age. So in the meantime, keep doing the work. Be a hero, be your own hero, and remember that now is better than perfect.